Looking at the detail of a market is a great way to see a high-level view of its unique characteristics. This is the detailed view of the New York Stock Exchange. At the top, we see the total number of businesses in this market. The coloured chart shows at what price all the companies are trading in comparison with their Stride fair value, consider buy and consider sell prices. On the right is the average timing score as calculated by the Stride timing engine and weighted to market cap for an accurate reflection of capital flow across the market. Full details of these are covered in the Markets Overview video. Moving down the page, the market you've chosen to view is broken down into segments according to Stride analysis and criteria. Top of the list, we can see that there are currently 16 2D targets and 0 3D targets on the NYSE. For a business to become a 3D target or a Stride buy, it must satisfy our three-dimensional criteria. It must be fundamentally sound, be trading at below its Stride consider buy price, and with the share price timed as rising. The Stride engine decides whether a business is a 3D target using 5 of the 6 elements of analysis and calculation that go to make up its name: strength, timing, returns, intrinsic value, and earnings predictability. The dividend score is not included in 3D targeting because while receiving dividends can be really attractive to investors, in our experience, a company's dividend policy is not reflected in its value. As you can see here, we've used every individual score of every listed business to calculate market averages in each element. A separate video covers the Stride acronym in detail and how our scores and ratings are derived. There's also more information about this on our website. If you're looking for investment targets in a specific market, it's worth taking a look at the 2D targets. Some of them may only be missing their 3D target status by 1 or 2 points, so you may still decide to invest. Or you can add these to a watch list so that you know immediately when they do become a Stride buy. After targets, businesses are grouped by valuation and how many are over and undervalued, overall Stride rating, and then by each separate average Stride score. We see how many are currently scoring above or below average and a graph showing how these have changed over the last quarter. These breakdowns show us how an entire market is performing under the microscope of Stride fundamental analysis. It also allows investors to search for investment targets within that market and easily compare them with other markets using very specific predefined criteria. If receiving dividends is an important inclusion for you in your investments, you might start your research here. Of the 1,987 listed businesses, 889 of those achieve above the market average Stride D score of 22, compared with 1,091 scoring below that average. Expand the list to see all dividend-paying companies ordered highest scoring to lowest by default. You can change this if you want to. Let's compare this with a completely different market, the Tokyo Stock Exchange, for instance, where the dividends average is 14 points higher at 36, and 1,521 companies score above this average, with 996 scoring below. This shows a very different attitude in Tokyo to shareholder dividend payments compared with New York, so a dividend-conscious investor might well prefer to invest in businesses listed here. TSE currently has a strong timing rating. If we look at the timing section, we see the average timing score is 64. Anything above 60 is rated as strong. The graph shows how the number of businesses scoring above this average increased over the past 3 months, boosting the overall market score and rating. As reported on the 15th of February 2015, Japan is recovering from recession, and we see this progress mapped here as money has flooded into the market. Back to the NYSE, and we can see the opposite happening. The gap between the numbers of over and under average timing scores narrowing in negative correlation to the activity in Tokyo. Click on any company name to open its detailed analysis and add it to a watch list.